Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's eSchool Adda. Today let's discuss about life process. It is an introductory class. Okay, let's start the class. So there are certain topics which have been covered in this chapter, and what are the topics are? It is about nutrition, digestion, respiration, transportation, and excretion. So we will be studying in deep about all these topics in this chapter. Okay. So first of all, when it comes to nutrition, okay, what do you think nutrition is? Can you call comment me in the comment box what is nutrition? Okay. So let's in this chapter will be in nutrition. The topics which have been covered are that is mode of nutrition. Okay, what is nutrition and what are the mode of nutrition? And the two modes of nutrition are autotrophic and heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, what are the examples of autotrophic and what are the examples of heterotrophic nutrition? We'll be studying here. Next is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. What do you mean by photosynthesis? And how does the process takes place? What are the raw materials? What is the output? That is, what is the outcome of the process? Okay, we'll be studying in detail about photosynthesis. Next, the structure of leaf, that is stomata. We'll be studying the cross section of leaf here in depth about stomata because where the chloroplast is present. Okay, the exchange of gas, etc., takes place. So we'll study in deep about stomata here. Next is nutrition in amoeba. How does amoeba gets its nutrition? The process involved we'll be studying here. Next, the nutrition in human beings. That is in particular about digestion. Actually, human beings get their nutrition by digestion, that is food process, right? So, what is the steps involved? Process of digestion, everything we'll be studying in this chapter. Next is respiration. In respiration, types of respiration. There are types of respiration where which involve the aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Okay, in that it is cellular respiration. Under that cellular respiration, there is breathing and cellular respiration. And in types of respiration, it is aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Next, glucose breakdown pathway. That is how glucose is broken down in the absence and in presence of oxygen. We'll study in particular. Okay, with the help of a flow chart in it. Next, respiration in humans. That is mechanism. In human beings, there is a mechanism for respiration. That is, our lungs is involved, nose, lungs, trachea, everything. Each part is involved. We'll be studying what are the help, like what is the parts involved and what is the function they do. Okay, in this chapter. Next, and other than that, what is the respiration in plants is that they take in carbon dioxide and they release oxygen. We'll study that also. Next is transportation. Transportation doesn't mean going in a vehicle. Okay, here in the life process, transportation is movement, but not in a vehicle. Okay, so here circulation system, that is blood. How the blood travels the complete body. Okay, you all know that our human beings have we have a blood called a fluid which is present in our body, which is being transported to each and every parts of our body. So how does it transport it? And what are the like in the blood there are different components. Okay, like RBCs, WBCs, platelets. There are many components, and what are the use of each component in it? We'll be studying in detail. Next, heart. Human heart and its parts and what are the functions that does the human heart does. Double circulation. What is double circulation and process of double circulation with a particular diagram. Okay. Next, lymph is a fluid and what is the use we'll be studying in detail. Transportation in plants. In plants, there is a transportation of minerals, water molecules. And how does that transport takes place? Like we have some conducting tissues like xylem and phloem. We'll be studying those, what is the function and what are the tissues involved in detail here, okay, in transportation of plants. As we all know, In plants, the water molecules is movement of water molecules from the root to the tip, like right. So all those things will be learning in this chapter. Next, when it comes to excretion in human beings, what is the excretion like in human beings? How does the like what are the parts involved and how does the process takes place? We'll be learning in detail. And other than that, a very important thing is nephrons. Here, what is the use of nephron in the kidney is very important as it is a major question that is being asked in your board exam, CBSE board exam. So, with the help of a diagram, I'll be teaching you the structure and its importance and how what are the like other organs that are present here. Next, artificial kidney, that is dialysis. Like if the few persons where their kidney will be not working properly, they'll have some other alternative thing, that is artificial kidney, that is dialysis. So we will study about that, how the process works and for whom the process is done, and like how long it can be done, all those in detail. Next, excretion in plants. We all know that plants respire, right? The same way they excrete that also, that is the products like waste materials like carbon dioxide from the plants is given out like water vapor and oxygen. Plants also get rid of the excess water by transpiration, which will be studying how does transpiration takes place and what are the like what is the organ that is responsible for the transpiration. Everything will be studying here. Okay, so these are the things that we have been covering in this chapter. So mainly we are covering these five topics here, that is nutrition, digestion, respiration, transportation and life excretion in the topic of life process. Okay, about the introductory class. Next, if we have to talk about nutrition, like when we talk about life process, what I mean by life process is the various basic function performed by the living organism to maintain their life on the earth is called as life process. So we all are living here from like maybe from about 10 years, 20 years, right? How are we living? It's just because our body performs certain like actions or functions, right? We eat food, the food has been digesting, and we are excreting. We respire oxygen. These are the things that are taking place in our body so that we are living. Just imagine if you don't take in oxygen and live out carbon dioxide, what does that happen? If you don't have food for almost 50 days or something, what will happen? If you don't drink water for many days, what will happen? Just think, right? These are all the basic functions that is taking place. What I explained you before. These are that is nutrition, it may be digestion, excretion, transportation. Everything is the process that is taking place in the human body. For what? To sustain our life, to maintain their life on the earth. This is called as life process. Okay. Next, as I told you, there are things that have been there in this chapter. Okay. Next, when we come to nutrition, what is nutrition? The process by which an organism takes food and convert it into energy, then utilizes it to perform various activities, is called as nutrition. Okay. So, where do we get nutrition from? We get nutrition from what we eat. Like it may be like we may eat green leafy vegetables, normal vegetables, or snacks, chocolates, everything. Whatever we eat, it is because we have to get energy, right? If we don't eat for a week, what will we do? Can we walk? Can I talk? If we don't eat for like 2 days, I cannot even talk. Maybe my like that doesn't mean that I will stop talking, but my voice may get low. I will feel low energy, right? So we need nutrients for gaining energy, right? So see, we have to have a breakfast on time, lunch, snacks, dinner. These all things are involved in nutrition. Okay, so the main thing is that organism takes food and convert it into energy, then utilizes it to perform various activities. Activities like walk, talk, do some work, study, run, everything, play, everything. Okay, this is called as nutrition. Next, nutrients. Nutrients are the things that are the material which provide nutrition to organisms are called as nutrients. Okay, what are these nutrients? That is carbohydrates, proteins, minerals, vitamins that are present in the food material is called as nutrients. Okay, so whenever we eat an apple, what do we think? Okay, it contains so and so proteins or it contains so and so vitamins, so we should have it. Same way, whatever we have, it contains a certain amount of nutrients in it. Okay, that doesn't mean that oh, apple is very good for health. There's a proverb, right? Apple a day keeps a doctor away. That doesn't mean that every day we eat an apple. Okay, yes, we have to, but doesn't mean that 24 into 7 we have to have it, right? Everything has a limit. We have to have it in a that manner. Okay, so there are two types of nutrients, that is macronutrients and micronutrients. First is macronutrients, that is carbohydrates, proteins and fats are the main nutrients. So they are called as macronutrients. They are the main components. Like carbohydrates means, for example, the rice we eat contains a rich amount of carbohydrates. Okay. Proteins, fats, and all they all need in a larger quantity. Okay, and they are main nutrients. So they are called as macro. Micro is a small amount. We don't need in a large amount. We just need in a small amount. That is minerals, vitamins. We just need in a small amount to get that nutrition. Okay. So this is called as micronutrition. So in nutrition, there are nutrients which have been utilized, and in nutrients there are two types of nutrients. That is macronutrients and micronutrients. Okay. Next. Why do we need nutrition? As I told you, we need to grow. Do you think a baby of 9 months or a 1 year baby does it be of same height when it reaches at 12 years? No, right? It has to grow by its size, weight, length, and all right? It should grow. So we need nutrition. The baby has to take in food or drink milk so that it should grow, right? Next, we should maintenance. Why is maintenance needed? Because the certain things like we just keep on eating, okay? We don't excrete. What will happen? Can we survive? No. There is a malfunction. So the thing is, nutrients are needed for maintenance of our body. Survival. That is, we need to survive. That is, we need to live. Okay. You have heard a man man dies if he has no proper nutrients of no proper food or water. There is due to poverty we see many people dying. Why? Because they don't have proper money to have food, hygienic food or anything like that. So they can't survive. For surviving we have to have food, water and all. Okay. So this is the need for nutrients. Other than this, for to perform the activities, our daily life activities, we need nutrients. Okay. Next, there are types of nutrients. What is types of nutrients? There is two types of nutrients, as I told you, that is autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. And in the word autotrophic itself, the auto, which means it can prepare its own food, and hetero means it depends on others for its food. So there are two types, as I told you, auto and hetero. Let's discuss in detail. As I told you, autotrophic nutrition, where auto means self and troph means nutrition. It is a mode of nutrition in which they prepare their own food from the simple inorganic material. So, who can prepare their own food? Do we prepare our own food? Are we autotrophs? No, plants are autotrophs because they don't depend on others for their food. Plant can synthesize their own food, okay, by the process called as photosynthesis. I'll be discussing this in the next video, next series. So here, self preparation, that is the plants here, it absorbs sunlight, it gets water and carbon dioxide. With the help of carbon dioxide, it prepares its own food. Okay, so it is called as self-nutrition. Okay, example is plants and autotrophic bacteria. There are bacteria also which can prepare their own food. Okay, next, heterotrophic nutrition. Hetero means others and trophic means nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which an organism takes food from another organism is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Means we depend, like we humans, as I told you, we need, like we cannot prepare their own food in our body, right? We depend on others, like we humans, if we are a vegetarian, we want leafy vegetables or vegetables for have getting the nutrients, or if non-vegetarians need they depend on animals. Okay, so this is where we depend on others for our for gaining nutrients. Okay, there are examples called bacteria, fungi, humans, and lions. So these are the examples of heterotrophic nutrition. In depth, there are types of heterotrophic nutrition also. In depth, we'll be discussing it in the next class. And if I have to give you a clue, what are the types of heterotrophic nutritions are saprophytic, parasitic, and holozoic. I'll be deeply explaining them in detail in the next class. Okay? Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.